Will folks be dining outdoors at all tomorrow? Will they be cycling in their 24 hours of booty in the rain?
I do not think so. I think we could still have some areas of drizzle around, Vanessa, but I think the majority of our heaviest rain is over after this evening. It will probably still be pretty cloudy, I would say foggy, and maybe not as comfortable when it comes to a little bit of drizzle, but again, it won't be quite as bad as today. This was a good reminder here. One of our awesome viewers, Paula, sent this in from the Derita neighborhood here of Charlotte, that you don't actually need that much rain or even that gusty of winds to see things like this. She said that they were essentially checking out in the backyard to see how muddy it was, and then just heard a crack, and it essentially was one of the big branches from her trees. A lot of this has to do with once the soil is saturated, it's very easy to lose some of these limbs, so just be mindful of that too when you're driving out and about tomorrow morning. We will watch some areas of locally dense fog, so also a good reminder to use those low beams. Remember that because fog, clouds, drizzles, all tiny little water droplets, when you use your hazards or your high beams, essentially the light reflects back to you because of those water droplets. So it's always good to try to use those low beams or just pull off if you feel unsafe, at all. And so as we go throughout the next couple of hours, again, it's very minimal rainfall total wise. It really is going to be all about shifting gears to cloudy sky conditions, those areas of patchy fog. And overall, Friday actually looks pretty comfortable. Highs only in the upper 70s and low 80s because of those clouds. Our risk for localized flooding also shifts a little bit farther south, and this won't actually be because of a ton of active rain. It will largely be due to the leftover rainfall, the fact that it typically takes a while for streams, creeks, rivers, and lakes to get to their highest point. Again, I don't anticipate a significant risk at all for flash flooding. I think we really kind of missed that mark because of the fact that rain really stayed north of I-40 and kind of south of I-40 today. So we essentially got the best of both worlds. We got a great soaking rain without an abundance of localized flooding. So we'll take that any day, especially with the drought conditions. Here's where the setup looks right now. You can see the front shifting a little bit farther south, which again is contributing to where the rain is setting up. Charlotte mostly dry. A little bit of patchy drizzle and mist, but look at the heaviest pockets of rain well to our south. We're still impacting portions here of Lancaster County, Chesterfield, Union, Anson, but really the heaviest rain is centered right there near Rock Hill and Chester. So those areas will likely see additional risk for some isolated flooding, that is, but again, not flash flooding, which is that short period of time. So that is a spot we're going to be watching here. And then if your area is south of the Charlotte metro area, if you're watching this on our app, or maybe you're even traveling tomorrow to any other place in the Carolinas, the farther north you go, you're mostly dry. The farther south you go, the more likely you are to get rain, as all of this mess near Greenwood eventually has to push eastbound. So here's the overnight hours. Again, a few sprinkles still possible tomorrow, but the majority of this is going to be dense clouds in those areas of fog. Here's 11 o'clock. Again, a few little spritz here, but notice we dry out pretty quickly by the evening hours before our final push of rain mostly comes in Saturday morning. I know the model data is showing Friday night right now, but this is moving a lot slower than expected. So again, mostly dry for Friday evening, and I expect that final swath, I would say probably after midnight on Saturday morning. And then look at that, we're nice and dry heading into the second half of the weekend. Here's that Jerry Hunt Supercenter 7-day forecast. So again, tomorrow, not a ton of rain, but a lot of clouds. Highs in the upper 70s to low 80s. Most of the stuff on Saturday is morning rain, especially early while many folks are asleep. Becca might see it as she's coming to work, getting us ready for the news at 6 a.m. But really after that, generally clearing skies. Sunday, perfect. I actually took out our 20% chance of rain because it looks like we're just going to be too dry to do it. Upper 80s, so a much nicer day to get outside. And then really the only chance of rain we have for the upcoming week is a 20% chance. The majority of our week ahead is going to look like sunshine, temperatures in the 90s, so essentially a 180 from where we are right now. But I really do think that this event, Vanessa, was the best of both worlds. Again, we got a nice good rain for almost everybody, and we did it without that risk for flash flooding.
Yeah, that is good for sure. Brittany, thank you so much.